Before Pattaya became the neon-lit beach city everyone knows today, it was just a quiet fishing village on the Gulf of Thailand. And sitting above it all, on what is now Pratamnak Hill, monks built a small temple in the 1940s, long before the hotels, bars, and traffic arrived. This early temple would eventually become Wat Phra Yai, the spiritual anchor of the entire region. Fast forward to the 1970s, when Pattaya suddenly exploded into a major tourist destination. As the city grew louder and busier, local monks and community leaders felt something was missing, a spiritual landmark that would remind people of the city's Buddhist roots. So they began constructing what would become the temple's defining feature. The 18-meter golden Buddha statue, the largest in the Chonburi province. The statue wasn't just built for show. It was positioned deliberately, high on the hill, facing the sea and the city, so the Buddha could symbolically watch over Pattaya and Jomtien, offering protection and peace to everyone below. Construction took several years, and by the late 1970s, the gleaming gold figure became the city's most recognizable spiritual icon. As Pattaya transformed into Thailand's premier beach destination, Wat Phra Yai became a counterbalance to the chaos, a place where locals could still come to pray, light incense, and ask for blessings. Even today, Thai residents visit regularly, believing the Buddha brings good fortune, prosperity, and protection. The journey to the temple itself tells part of the story. Visitors climb a long staircase guarded by golden Naga serpents, mythical protectors in Thai and Buddhist tradition. These Nagas have been part of the temple's design since its early days, symbolizing the ascent from the earthly world to a higher spiritual realm. By the time you reach the top, you're standing in the same place monks stood decades ago, long before Pattaya became the city it is now. And that's what makes Wat Phra Yai special. It's not just a tourist attraction. It's a living timeline, a place where the quiet Pattaya of the 1940s meets the booming Pattaya of today, all under the calm gaze of a Buddha who has watched the entire transformation. When you reach the top of the staircase at Wat Phra Yai, the first thing that hits you is the massive golden Buddha towering above everything. At 18 meters tall, it's impossible to miss, and is intentionally positioned to look out over Pattaya and Jamdian, symbolizing protection and spiritual oversight for the entire region. The Buddha sits in a subduing Mara posture, the moment he overcame temptation and achieved enlightenment. It's calm, powerful, and meant to remind visitors of inner strength and clarity. Surrounding the main statue are 8 smaller Buddhas, each representing a day of the week. In Thai Buddhism, your birthday determines which Buddha you pray to for blessings. Locals come here to light incense, offer flowers, and ask for luck, health, or guidance. You'll also notice rows of bells and large gongs. Striking them is believed to bring good fortune and announce your presence to the heavens. The atmosphere is surprisingly peaceful. Even with tourists around, you'll hear the soft ringing of bells, the low hum of monks chanting, and the smell of incense drifting through the air. And because the temple sits on a hill, you get panoramic views of Pattaya Bay, the coastline, and the city skyline. It's one of the best viewpoints in the area. But the big Buddha is only the beginning. As you walk around the platform, you'll come across one of the most striking statues on the hill, the starving Buddha, also known as the emaciated Buddha. This statue shows the Buddha during his period of extreme asceticism, when he starved himself, believing that suffering would lead to enlightenment. His ribs are visible, his face is sunken, and his body looks skeletal. It's intentionally intense. The message behind it is one of the core teachings of Buddhism. Enlightenment doesn't come from extremes, not indulgence, not self-punishment. The path is the middle way. Seeing the statue in person hits differently than seeing in photos. It's raw, almost haunting, and it forces you to reflect on balance, discipline, and the mistakes even the Buddha made on his journey. Nearby, you'll also find statues of monks in meditation, guardian figures, and mythical beings from Thai folklore. Each one represents a different aspect of spiritual protection or moral discipline. These aren't random decorations. They're teaching tools, reminders of the values that guide Buddhist practice. Together, the big Buddha, the weekday Buddhas, the bells, the gongs, the guardian statues, and the starving Buddha create a full spiritual landscape. It's not just a viewpoint or a photo spot. It's a place designed to walk you through the stages of Buddhist understanding, from devotion and reflection to discipline and enlightenment. As you continue exploring the hilltop, you'll notice a set of black statues that stand out sharply against the gold and red tones of the Thai shrines. These figures usually represent Chinese Taoist and Buddhist deities, reflecting Pattaya's multicultural roots and the influence of Chinese communities in the region. You'll often see statues like Guan Yu, the god of loyalty and righteousness, along with Chinese guardian figures and wealth deities where locals pray for prosperity. Their dark color symbolizes strength, protection, and authority, creating a visual contrast that adds depth to the spiritual landscape. Just a few steps away, you'll find one of the best viewpoints in Pattaya. From the edge of the platform, you get a sweeping panorama of Pattaya Bay, the coastline, the city skyline, and the curve of the beach. On a clear day, the water glows deep blue, and the city looks like it's stretching endlessly along the shore. It's a perfect spot for wide shots, or just taking a moment to breathe in the breeze and soak up the view. Many visitors say this viewpoint alone is worth the climb. One of the best parts? Admission is completely free. Wat Phra Yai is an active temple, not a commercial attraction, so there's no ticket booth or entrance fee. You can explore the entire hilltop, the shrines, the statues, and the viewpoint without paying anything. The only optional costs are offerings like incense, flowers, or candles, usually just a few baht, if you want to participate in local rituals. Before you leave, you'll pass through a small area with souvenir stalls. These vendors sell everything from Buddha amulets, incense and prayer bracelets, miniature big Buddha statues, Thai-style keychains and magnets, cold drinks and snacks. Prices are generally low, and the items make great small gifts or keepsakes. If you're filming, this area adds a nice slice of life moment. The contrast between the spiritual calm of the temple and the lively, colorful energy of the market stalls. By the time you finish the loop, you've experienced not just a big Buddha, but a full blend of Thai, Chinese, and Hindu symbolism, an amazing viewpoint, and a glimpse into local culture, all in one hilltop visit.